Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This, of course, is another anime reaction video. Today, we are getting into some more Gintama. Gonna be trying to do episode 107, 108 in one video. Shouldn't be too bad, because it's just a normal, two videos, two episodes per video. Last episode, which is, I didn't look this up, which, but some of you explained in the comments that last episode was actually a filler episode, which is like, wow. That makes so much sense. That kind of makes sense. Especially because it took place right after, like, a serious arc. Like, obviously not all of them have, like, follow-up episodes where they go over some of the stuff that happened, like the aftermath of what happened after a serious arc, but still. for a filler, pretty high quality when I didn't even notice it. And it might also just be because, like, there's no overarching, like, Gintama narrative for a filler episode like the soccer episode to, like, interrupt. Because that's usually, like, the biggest tell that a filler episode is happening, is we're interrupting the story to do something, like, almost, if not completely, like, off-topic. But either way, super excited to get in these two episodes, and they're so special because that's why I did the last episode by itself, because it was recommended that I watch episode 107 and 108 together. So, I mean, hey, I'm excited to see what's good with episode 107 and 108. So, as always, unless you're new here, there will be links down in the description below, which will take you to the full-length uncut reaction. So go ahead, follow one of those links so you can go watch the reaction and then come back to YouTube where you can watch the discussion. So, without further ado, let's get with episode 107 of Gintama. Okay, so this was a really interesting episode. I think the most interesting thing about this episode is, like I was saying, is that it's kind of got that whole, like, power struggle, like, somebody in the group who's, like, kind of like snake tendencies type thing, trying to increase their status in a group and doing, whatever it takes to do it, disregarding the lives of the people around him that probably helped him out. It's ironic that not only are we getting, like, even though it's shorter, another serious, like, similar kind of serious arc right after the 5-episode arc. But, oh, that's crazy, but I need to go back and rewatch the beginning scene. Okay, so Nakamura Kyojiro, that's the main thing I wanted to confirm, because I was bad with remembering some of the characters' names. Kyojiro, who was the same Kyojiro who I assume was, like, the little kid at the beginning of the episode in the rain in front of the statue. Yeah, Kyojiro. And the kids, the son of the Yakuza boss was, Utsuzo. And I have, like, so many questions, but I have no clue where this is going. Especially because, on one hand, it does definitely seem like this Kyojiro character has, like, one of those, like, power-hungry type guys, because he wants this position because of he thinks that the heir is weak type thing. He thinks that Utsuzo is not fit to be a Yakuza leader, and that there's going to be a need to, change up who is in charge because of it. But it almost kind of seemed like it might have been a personal thing, like the way they were covering up his eyes when he was informed that the leader died, and he walked away, and we never saw his face again up until the end of the episode. We didn't see his face, and he's walking away saying, "Yeah, we're done. Let's go celebrate." But maybe I need to re-listen to the way he was speaking, but it almost didn't even seem like he was very happy about it. Yeah, it didn't even really particularly sound like he was happy. It didn't particularly sound like he was very somber, like, sad either. But he was just like, it was very, like, matter-of-fact, like, well, he's dead now, let's go celebrate and stuff, don't bother finding the other guy. His friends, they won't try anything, it's fine. So, it's very interesting, but I was seriously, I swear to God, out of everything, Gintama's always done that. Whether it's comedy or, like, even, like, serious drama, they do such a good job with, like, unpredictability. I could have never seen this coming. Never in my life could I have seen Kyojiro having, like, a button to unlock the door and be working with a woman, taking shifts, pretending to be Utsuzo, hiding in there. And, oh, Jesus. Out of all the plot twists that could have come out of that. Interesting. I was just rewatching this scene. where Kyojiro was on the phone. Don't worry, I'll take care of things here. Who was he talking to? I'll bring dinner to the young master in a bit. He's referring to the young master. But then he's also talking about the brats getting in the way. The people the boss brought in. Sorry, I can't talk. Ignore them. What did he mean by this? Because who is he talking to exactly? Because this person knows about the young master, and either he willfully chose not to, just because why not, or he couldn't have like dropped that whole act of like, I need to bring food for the young master. Maybe it's like a formality, like politeness thing, where it's like, even though he's like claiming he's like dead, or at least a shell of his former self, pretty much only good for holding the bones in place type thing. But then like, even still, because it's somebody. But then he also refers to Yorozuya as the brats about how they're getting in the way. That's okay. Nothing could express my confusion about that better than just, what did he mean by this? I truly don't know, but really interesting episode. I can't wait to see the next episode. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Episode 108. Goddamn. So I actually did it again. Made another story about, you know, family, a dysfunctional family. He did it again. He made me care. Fuck. Now that this, like, mini, like, 2-episode arc is over, I think I definitely appreciate, oh, I'm so bad with this name. Fuck, why have I forgotten his name already? Hold on a second. I can look this up real quick. Kyojiro, that's right. I didn't even have to look it up. I remembered it. I appreciate Kyojiro as a character a lot more now that oh wow, never mind. Never mind. It's not important. I appreciate Kyojiro as a character a whole lot more now that the arc is over, because at first I thought he was similar to Ito in that he was a snake, but then in the back of my mind I was like, yeah, but Ito also ended up like growing on me. I don't dislike him, but I don't particularly like him either, but I feel for him a lot, and the same thing is happening here. But at least in Kyojiro's case, I like him a bit more than Ito, because the stuff that he was doing was basically in service of pretending to be the bad guy for the sake of others. So in that way, he's a lot more of a noble character, which is a really fun, like, dynamic. It's a very, like, emotional thing that he was willing. And it kind of just goes to show that's how much he cared about this, you know, this family he had. Even though he's not related to any of them by blood, he cared so much about Utsuzo that he knew that it would he cared about so much about Utsuzo and the old man that he knew that Utsuzo's suicide would affect the old man, that he not only refused to tell the old man about it, he also, for everyone else, took the blame for it, so that eventually when he died, he would not be seen as like a noble person. He would be seen as the killer of these people, so that their name stays intact, because he puts other people's needs before them. And I think that probably comes from a place of like, that's up until he met the old man, nobody ever like treated him like a normal person, or like put his health or his safety or his happiness above their own. But for the first time, when he met the old man when he was young, he met somebody who was willing to set aside like pretty much everything for his sake. Like, the old man was even willing to briefly ignore his own son to make sure that he was okay when they were attacked by a different group. So I think out of a sense of like respect and duty, and to an extent nobility, being you know, very proud of the people that he was raised by, and stoic, and, you know, all of those contributing factors led him to what he did, and I really appreciate that. And like, I love that line by Gintoki, because he's probably seen as a villain by a lot of the people in the Yakuza group, you know, because they found out, you know, the truth, the lie that they sold as the truth. But even still, at least one person knows the truth before he passed away by the grave of his father. And what's kind of great about that is that if there is an afterlife, they can go be with each other now. And since the father never knew about any of that, he got to die in blissful ignorance. Obviously, he didn't get to see his son before he passed away. It's just a real tragedy. It sucks, but I loved it. It was only a short 2-episode thing, but again, my man Sorachi and, you know, the people over at Sunrise, they did it again. Made me care about people in only 2 episodes. Anyway, that's pretty much all I had to say about this episode. If you watched all the way to this point, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single upload in the future. Thank you once again for watching. Peace.